everyone, this is the lag fodder. Initially I was planning to title the video as Healer Staff, Mastreyum's Weakness, but honestly after reviewing the hours of footage I've captured, there's no word that describes what I'm about to say other than pain. I genuinely thought that fighting Mastreyum would be the hardest part about this video, but turns out the journey was much more difficult than getting to the destination. In case you have no idea who this boss is or what the heck he does, let me fill you in a little bit. He spawns on the game's most difficult map, Alcigar Dark Swamp, on Final Wave, Wave 16. Now let's talk about his shitty-ass moveset. Let's begin with his most notorious move, Dark Chain. To keep it short, if he glows yellow, you're supposed to dash, and if he doesn't, you're supposed to parry. The pattern might or might not change. I've slowed down the video so you can watch the demonstration. For the next one, he's going to attempt to snipe you, so you're supposed to parry it as well. He also does this really big boom that you're supposed to parry, but if you're out of range, you can just run away from it. His easiest move to defend is a little ball thing. You could dash from it or parry. He has a sideways slash that knocks you really far away and stuns you. But I also feel like it's important to mention that there's also an overhead slash that does the exact same thing, but just keeps you very near to him, which is pretty dangerous. For some fucking reason, he can grab you and eat you for 30 HP, but if you're below 20, he'll finish you off, giving him an additional 20 HP. Upon the boss reaching 50% or lower, he'll enter a new phase, benefiting him an extra move. A yellow outline and a red flash will appear on your body. The faster the flash gets, the closer you're already getting struck. The only way you can dodge it is by using dash. Now if you look at the chart on the left, it displays the boss multiplier per player. So for one player, it'd be the normal health. For 7 players, it'd be 3 times the health. So I'm trying to solo the boss with the 1 times thing. But since I can't beat the map alone, I decided to go to a full server and just wait until everyone dies and hope that he still has half of his health. And if you thought that was easy, you're a fucking moron.
God damn, that's fast. Alright, you know what? Yeah, this looks promising. This looks really promising. Here, let me see if I can add sauce on it. Watch him go, yeah, I can. I did it once with Healer Staff.
Okay, this is really good. This is really good. Because the last 2 games I've been in, I'm forced to heal. So they were able to take him down easily.
By the way, I was a really good teammate. I was healing my teammates whenever I could. Even though I wanted them to die, I still played my part as a healer. Alright, I guess I'll just stay here until one of them just come to me. Okay, the average viewer would probably say, hey, you know, this wasn't the pain I was promised. You know, sure, all this, you know, all these moves, they're probably pretty dangerous and all, but you seem to be holding yourself up pretty nicely. Well, viewer, let me tell you this, it gets worse from this very lag spike, and I mean it. No, come on. No, oh my god, god, bro. Holy this time of all times, dude. Seriously? God, bro. You see, I was recording at 1 a.m., right? And I'm closest to Europe. I'm not in Canada, right? So there were no other European servers, and you know, this one being one of the closest to me, it sucks because there's very little, and all of them are playing Courtyard. Dude, I'm so fucking tired. I hope this one can be the one. Oh my. Dude, am I stupid? I thought I left. God smiles upon me. Holy shit, I'm barely awake. You know, I'm willing to bet that this guy is actually harder than Mastreyum. I'm not joking, this guy's attacks are so whack and unpredictable. But Mastreyum is easy to read, like a damn book. Could've sworn I parried that. Normally, after this point, it would be a breeze to reach Mastreyum, because the main thing that blocked people from getting to him were Zarya. Zarya is a guy with whack moves, which I'm not gonna go into because they're so stupid, but basically, after that, you thought it would get easier, but no. Guess what? Having a lot of people AFKing at the swamp does nothing but increase the amount of mobs we have and the amount of HP they're multiplied with. Seriously, I died countless times because of this shit, because people wouldn't bother going to lobby. It was late.
I wanted to sleep. I was dead ass tired. I could barely keep my eyes open. I started failing to the damn chain attack. I never fail. So essentially with this one, I kept healing this one guy who kept taking damage and being reckless, and I just started losing it. I started losing my shit. I started purposely taking damage in hopes that Mastreyum would come and eat me for 50 HP. I wanted to get petty, I genuinely did, but I seriously couldn't take this shit anymore, and I genuinely could not move my legs. I play on a laptop, and this guy is not helping. But you know what? Let's just say perfect world we live in. I entered this one lobby. There were 7 people, including me. You know the boss has 3 times the health. Essentially, his health was 75%. It was only me. The rest died. They were really good people. They knew how to fight through the waves. But the worst thing I could ever do happened. The worst thing ever. And I kid you not, this almost made me stop the challenge completely and not make this video.
Where's the fucking video? The fuck? The hell?
I messed up the fucking footage.
Why? Why, Father? Why must you insult me? Why must you insult my creation after everything I've gone through? Why tear me down instead of raise me up? Why compare what I have made instead of acknowledging how far I've come? Why? Why, Father?
So I randomly joined this one lobby and it was a wave 15 of courtyard. So this guy asks me for heals, right? I can't see his health because it's all blue, right? So I tell him that.
My guy, what? Go fuck yourself.
Who invited the middle schoolers? I'm not squeezing my eyes at the middle of the night just to look at that small ass color difference. Some of you might say, hey, we noticed that. Why can't you? I'm sorry. It's blue. Blue is a very bright color. And to make it dark neon blue, fuck that. With every server, I genuinely started to lose hope. I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. I just wanted to sleep. Hell, even this one, this was a European or Singaporean server. I was not up for it. I got tired. This server was definitely not it. So I did what any man would do.
Why, of course, it's not doxing myself to prove to the viewers that I joined an American server that had my attacks incredibly delayed. By the way, I'm not Canadian. I don't live in Canada. I have no Canadian relatives. I have nothing Canadian. I'm not Canadian at all. So I'm not close to America at all. So I'm lagging. I'm lagging like absolute dog shit. All right, so fast forward to where the game says, hey, you know what? It's a good time to give this guy a heart attack.
As if the delay wasn't enough. Oh. I have to explain what happens next because it is so sinister.
You see, after a certain time standing still, the game will assume you're AFK and send you back to the lobby. But because I was lagging, it basically meant I was not moving at all. The reason why I'm so panicked is because the wave was about to end, and you can't enter during the next wave in countdown. Just look at how close I was to staying up an extra 2 hours.
Yes! Holy If you thought the pain ended there, you'd be wrong. There was a guy with 170 levels.
Man, he's a half health and almost everyone's still alive.
Dude, by a grain of luck, I don't know how, but my guy Mastreyum just chose to lock the fuck in. Suddenly, it was perfect. People were dropping like literal flies. Until it was just me.
Before I knew it, my arms were tired. My hands, they just wanted to fall off. My eyes were strained. My eyes were just glued onto the screen for 7 hours straight. And then you got a lot of virgins surrounding me like it's fucking TwitchCon.
It was hard to find mid-ground. There was lag. And then there were also a lot of pros who were able and capable to finish off the boss with my healing, right? So it was extremely difficult to find that mid-ground where not everyone's a pro, but not everyone's a noob at the same time. They can get you to wave 16 with full ease, you know? Also, look at how small like the damage I'm doing is. Like, just look at how little his health bar moves when I hit him. Even then, he just heals off of me. I have to hit him several times to get back the health that he took from me. I don't heal back the health, but at least I can, like, you know, even out the entire thing and get back that damage at him. So it's as if he never healed. In addition to that, my attacks felt like they had a whole second delay. But that was literally nothing compared to the chain attack. I genuinely had to parry as soon as I saw him charging up, because even though the dash and parry animations aren't affected by lag, the boss will see the late animations, not the ones on your screen. Also, despite having a shield, it was barely used in the fight. Without it, I could have lived on life support, but it was basically somewhat of a mental skill that told me, hey, there's no consequences to attacking. Hell, even in this fight, the only times where it was effective was when I messed up my delayed dashes and parries. Alright, I've been yapping for too much. Enjoy the fight.